Hold the milled IPS Emax CAD restoration and grind down the attachment point. Consult the flowchart entitled Recommended Grinding Tools for Glass Ceramics to select the most appropriate grinding instrument. Use low RPMs and light pressure to grind the attachment point. Place the restoration on the model and check the proximal contacts with articulating paper. If any adjustments of shape are required, these should be made in the pre-crystallized blue state. The restoration margins should also be adjusted if necessary. Check the occlusion and articulation and make any adjustments if needed. Surface grind the entire occlusal surface and smooth out the structure created by the CAD CAM procedure. Make sure that minimum thicknesses are maintained. Clean the restoration before you continue with the next step. Either blast with a stream jet or use ultrasound in a water bath. Next, select the largest possible IPS Emax CAD crystallization pin. Fill the inside of the crown with IPS Object Fix Putty or flow, and close the syringe immediately after use. This prevents the material from drying out. Press the IPS Emax CAD crystallization pin deeply into the auxiliary firing paste. Make sure that the crown margins are adequately supported. Place the crown in the center of the IPS Emax CAD crystallization tray. Use a furnace such as the Programmat P510 for the crystallization process. Select a crystallization program that is suitable for the IPS Emax CAD material used. Consult the instructions for use of IPS Emax CAD for this purpose. Place the loaded IPS Emax CAD crystallization tray in the center of the furnace and start the program. When the acoustic signal sounds at the end of the program, remove the IPS Emax CAD crystallization tray from the furnace. Allow the crown to cool down to room temperature in a draft-free place. Do not touch the object with metal tongs. Do not blast or quench the hot restoration. Remove the crown from the pin after it has cooled down. Remove residue of IPS Object Fix Putty or flow with a stream jet or with ultrasound in a water bath. Do not, under any circumstances, remove residue by blasting with aluminum oxide or glass polishing beads. In order to verify the shade, fabricate a customized tooth-colored die with IPS natural dye material. For this purpose, coat the inner surface of the crown with IPS natural dye material separator and allow it to react briefly. Fill the inside of the crown with IPS natural dye material and adapt the material to the cavity walls with a plastic spatula. Press an IPS dye pin into the material. Polymerize the dye with a commercially available curing light. Remove the crown from the dye and sprinkle a few drops of IPS Emax Ceram glaze and stain liquid on the dye. Place the crown back on the dye and remove any excess liquid. Characterize the crown according to the patient's individual requirements. If needed, use the IPS Emax Ceram essence and shade materials. Dispense the ready-to-use shade materials onto a mixing pad and mix them thoroughly. Use some IPS Emax Ceram glaze and stain liquid to mix the IPS Emax Ceram essence powders. Apply the stains thinly on the restoration. Remove the dye and place the crown on the Programmat firing tray. Select the program for firing the stains and characterization materials. Open the furnace. Place the Programmat firing tray with the crown in the furnace and start the firing program. When the firing program is ended, allow the crown to cool down to room temperature. Finally, check the fired and characterized crown on the model.